Thank you. What are they doing here?
Hey there.
Get rid of them.
Welcome to the next video. Sorry it's been a little bit. I've been dreading doing this episode. Still today, I'm still dreading doing this episode. Up until hitting the record button. Nope, still actually dreading this. But I don't know why. This is kind of a cool opportunity to be doing these fights over again. And coming in. This one was kind of a mess the first time I did it, and it went much smoother this time. Spoiler alert, but I didn't. That was a bad spoiler alert. No, but it did go much better this time. Because I wasn't so hasty before to do things, and I'm fine with doing a short rest here. And I don't know, I just come with a different attitude to this. Oh, I didn't do a short rest. I used the amulet that I got that refilled one of my spells. Pretty nice. Gave me back my 5th level spell slot, because that was apparently all that I used. Probably on the mite or the rats that were in the previous room. So, yeah, we're getting back into it. We're doing this. We're doing this thing, and I'm gonna do it right. Put on the right amulet, you know. And I do have this shape-shifting thing, so I'll shape-shift to give myself a D4 onto ability checks while I'm shape-shift. Shape-shifting. I'll do an orc, so I'm not similar to anyone else. And I do recognize Asterion as the dragon guy, the dragonkin.
Never wanted the easy path.
I almost called him a dragonborn, and I know that's it's not from this game, I don't believe. No, that's a Skyrim reference right there. Dragonborn. But yeah, we're getting back into it. I've been doing a little bit of streaming of Ark, so if you have any interest in that, I'm playing the Ark Survival Ascended game. Thoroughly enjoying it. Probably going to continue to do it. Full-blown addicted to that game. It kind of took over for this game because I really hate replaying things. Like, I hate this situation specifically where I know the right answer is to, like, retrace my steps. I hate retracing my steps, basically. I hate it when I have to do it for work. It's so annoying to do for work. Whenever like a program quits out on me and I haven't been saving properly. I did check this game's save options, and it doesn't seem to have something that will let me save more frequently. Pretty upset about that, but I should use the quick save option more often. But I don't really want to do that. I'm kind of afraid of doing that because people start shooting off accusations. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I don't want people. I'm not afraid of accusations. I'm afraid of people thinking it. You know, like save scumming or whatever. This is all you're seeing. 100% of my gameplay, and it feels weird to be doing this and knowing exactly how to go about it. I should go as Asterion because he has the highest dex and he has the highest chance of beating everybody else in this surprise round, so he'll get to go first. He did actually surprise them. I don't know what's been happening that other characters haven't been surprised. I don't know what's been going on. But I've been trying to start surprise rounds, and this time it actually worked perfectly fine. And I can get my whole party into place and get them all to be damaging everyone, putting down their spells. Like Carbrick here, he can get down the Hunger of Adar enter combat, and Lae'zel can move into place without having to worry about 30 feet, 40 feet, whatever movement she's got. She doesn't have to worry about any of that. She could just move into place as long as she isn't being seen. And the game treats it like as Astarion was moving in to take his shot, she was moving here. And as this is all happening like in unison, right? So this is a planned situation that I can plan out retro, like as it's happening, right? Retroactively, yeah, that makes sense.
Long and low.
Like this would have been the game plan of my, you know, characters to do this, to all get in their individual positions. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I do want to use one of the smites because I don't use these. I don't use these at all. But this one adds a 2d6 to my attack, I think. But it does use my bonus action. I do not want to use my reaction. Do like a little bit of extra damage to this. What is it? A Chikroth? I don't really have any interest in doing that. But yeah, as you can maybe tell, I don't know if you remember how the last time I did this fight went. It was not smooth. Not smooth. This is going much smoother. Got out one of the portals very quickly. Happy about that. And get to decide what to do with these two over here, because Lae'zel's gonna tear them apart. The thing is, I had all of the tools to make the fight go this way. I knew how. I haven't learned anything new, you know. So the fight going well. It's just me playing smarter, I think, in general, which might be coming from the hiatus I've been taking of just not playing this game and coming back to it. I since recording my previous gameplay, have introduced a few new friends to the game, and they've been playing it a decent amount, and it's been a lot of fun watching them do things very differently. One of them went very deep into the Underdark and made me realize that I should have done the Underdark as well. I should have gone through the Mountain Pass and down through the Underdark to fully experience the game. I didn't realize that that was an option because I saw the divergent path that they created by saying you could either go this way or you can go this way. But that's just like a gameplay way of saying both roads are treacherous. You have to choose your path, because why would any sane individual want to go down both? Well, a sane individual might want loot. So that would be the reason why. Well, I get to rage and swing on her, and they just deal with their surprise rounds. Pretty fun, pretty cool. And for some reason, I have my action back on Carbrick, even though he initiated by throwing out that Hunger of Hadar spell. So I don't know what that deal is, but I'm happy. He can just float on up here. So busted, just absolutely overpowered. And 2 on the one holding up the portal and 1 on the other one to just knock her back, so she has to struggle to get over to me. Theoretically, if she runs in a straight line, she'll struggle. But I think she can kind of skirt around it and make it, or jump. I mean, they figure they can jump out of these situations. But I am going to use my imp to try to create some incentive to standing still so they don't get to take an attack of opportunity. And my imp, I now notice, has 3 attacks. Maybe I noticed that before. It has been a little bit. But I'm excited to get back. Now I am. Now that I'm back into the swing, it's been almost 10 minutes now. And I'm starting to get the feel for this again, and I should have been missing it more than I was. Oh man, just one of those things. Just one of those things. That's I love doing this, and I was, I guess, trying to convince myself I didn't for whatever reason. I don't know, ridiculous stuff. And move Asterion over there so he can start to help out Lae'zel up here if she starts to, if anything starts to happen, but it doesn't really feel like something's gonna happen. I'm gonna choose to use this precision attack for once. Yep, it just costs a superiority die. And I could do that for 80%. But if I go back in and I do into my passives and I trigger the all-in, the Great Weapon Master all-in, yep. So that doesn't go, I have a 95% chance, so literally perfect. And it does, it goes through, it stuns. So amazing. I'm so happy with this weapon. This weapon rocks. And now I can turn back on that Great Weapon Master and just smack her. Because it's going to be a critical hit. Oh, just kidding. Wait, she's stunned. Why isn't it a critical hit? I don't know. I thought that was a thing with stun. Am I crazy? Aren't all weapon attacks critical hits for a stunned individual? Nice, good hit. Finish her off. And I stunned the person whose turn was next. I killed that individual. And I'm pretty close to beating this perfectly. If I can take out this individual before their turn, which it looks like I can, because Carbrick's up next. They don't got a ton of health.
Can't even catch my breath.
So hopefully using my 3 attacks, I can take her out. And it looks like I can. Perfect. I was considering using Hex there, because Hex will just tag on a little bit more damage and get over my Imp. Have them join, but it doesn't really look like I need to. This is kind of overkill now.
With finesse.
And I do like to finish off fights with Asterion, especially on stun targets. So I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, I thought that it would. Isn't it a critical hit if they're stunned, or is that just if they're knocked down? What is that? What's going on there? No.
Search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Well, I love that he's acting like it's such a funny. It's just such a funny bit that he's acting like, I will reveal this statue to you. I know you can't see. I know you can't tell that there's probably a secret entrance in here. I'm pretty sneaky, I know, but it's like the one statue at the back of the room that has its own like entrance, and there's space behind it. Like there's a big button on the door next to it, on the wall next to it. I mean, it's funny. I know that the button like is probably like a hidden mechanism or something, and doesn't actually look like a huge button that's just on the wall. But just a funny image that he's like, "I'll show you the secret entrance," because I know you, because I like you. I'll let you in on my secret that I would have found instantly if I were like searching through here and didn't have his help. I would have been just fine in finding it. Quickly scoop up all this with the foreknowledge that I have, that I'm gonna run into a bunch of merchants that have deep pockets. I am gonna grab everything. I'm gonna grab it all. I'm just gonna scoop it all up, stuff it in pockets, and make a profit. And I'm just gonna grab all this stuff. I'm not gonna read it. I'm pretty sure I already read most of this stuff in the before time. So I'm gonna do that. I did diverge a little bit. I want to warn you. I did diverge a little bit. I didn't do things exactly how it went down. Probably for the next couple episodes, it'll all happen almost exactly how it went down. But as I get closer and closer to where the game crashed, I do start to diverge and go on a different path because I get interested. Well, I guess I can tell you what's going on. But when I get over to the dwarf, when I thwart the dwarf's plan with Penny Good, so that would have been a couple episodes ago. Yeah, with Master Pennygood, when I thwart the dwarf's plan, I kind of want to follow.
I didn't expect it to be so.
Oh, I accidentally clicked on Lae'zel. I thought that was intentional. I do have to talk with Lae'zel at some point, but not right now. Not right now. Not right now. That'll be some point soon. I'll have to. I kind of was wanting to blast through everything real quick, but yeah, when I thwart his plan, I kind of want to go around and finish that off and do more for that, right? Because I don't know. I didn't really think about it too much. I was kind of like, I found the murderer. I did the thing. You know, I didn't think that there was more to do, but then I realized I didn't figure out everything for dribbles. And so I do more for dribbles. And a couple other things that I will not disclose. But it is kind of, I was talking about this in those episodes where we're now there, at the time I was talking about. And I was right. I did want to like kind of do things a little bit differently, and I haven't yet done some of the things that I had done in the previous playthrough, or in the previous save. I haven't yet done some of those things because I went down a different path, and I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think any of it's going to be affected by decisions I'm going to make, but I don't know. If it does, that'd be crazy and kind of interesting. I want to experiment a little bit of that because I'll give a hint of what future playthroughs are going to look like.
Otherwise, it looks to be complete.
What's the deal with this cutlery? A butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. There's just a fork here. Do you mean, that's such a weird way of saying I have 2 pieces of silverware from my mother that she made it for me. I have 2 pieces and 1 is missing. But he's gonna say the knife is missing, but it otherwise looks complete. Is a weird way of saying that. Yeah, I know. You ate some people's brains. I get it, I understand. Oh, car brakes. Oh, over encumbered. Is this worth a look?
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
Dude, I've found so many brains. You know, like, on that ship, there were so many brains on that ship. I could have just gotten you one of them. You know, I still have a ton of brains. Should I just give them those brains? I don't think I can. I think that's like a mechanic that would have to go down. But I have a bunch of brains just sitting around. Oh, I'm now realizing that I'm encumbered. Yeah. hopefully I get back on schedule and start recording more and more and more and more. This was nice to get back to it. But I also want to keep doing the ASA, the Ark Survival Ascended. I want to keep doing that because that's a lot of fun too. And I'm liking the streaming part of it, though. I streamed for like 15 hours yesterday. That was crazy. It was literally all stalling. It was all, I told myself, I sat down, I was like, I'm gonna do this, what I'm doing right now, yesterday. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go in and check something in ASA and move on. Man, it's the trap I fall down all the time. All the time. I'm constantly falling down that pitfall. And today I didn't. I almost did. I was close. There was an update which almost threw me for a loop. I was holding strong, but then literally there was an update to the game that took like half an hour. I don't know what it was. I think new servers are being added or something. But that threw me for a loop and I almost got stuck again playing that. But luckily I powered through. I really wanted to do this. Deep down I wanted to, but near the surface I was like, dude, this might suck. This might be terrible. And whenever I have a little bit of anxiety about something, you know, I just stop myself from doing it. It really sucks, but glad I powered through. It's a really good sign that I powered through, because that means I will most definitely be making more. You know, I'm not gonna stop here. But also, I'm itching for some more. I'm itching to play some more of that other game. But I gotta get some of these recordings done, and then maybe I'll try to play a little bit later. Who knows? Maybe I'll just play more of this later on. I don't know. I'm trying to get back on my sleep schedule now that things have kind of calmed down around here and I'm not so busy in my personal life. Gosh, this is technically my hobby life, so it is the thing that took the biggest hit when my personal life started to have stuff going on in it, like painting the house and taking the trip and getting sick. And my professional life did not slow down. But hopefully it will soon. A little bit. It's been abrasive recently. Just trying to get everything under control and everything mapped out. Doing a big project. A couple of teams here, and yeah, hopefully those kind of settle down in a little bit, and then I'll really have the time for this. I know you're hearing me say I don't got time, but I also said I spent 15 hours playing a video game yesterday. Dude, I know. I hear you. I hear you. That was full procrastination. I did not have 15 hours to spend playing a video game yesterday. I just, like, I killed a day. I tanked a day. Like, that one flew away. Hopefully you can is sympathize the right word? I don't think I'm going for sympathy. I think it's like hopefully you could vibe with that. Like some of that is ringing true for you. You've experienced that feeling as well. Not having time but spending way too much on something you really shouldn't be doing. Because that happens to me every once in a while. Hadn't happened for a little bit, but it's kind of nice to have happened. You know, it's kind of nice to have happened. Here as I organize my inventory. Glad I did this because my inventory was looking bad. It was looking very disorganized. Got a lot of papers, got a lot of weapons, just random miscellaneous weapons, picking up rings, everything, man. A mess. Yeah. Getting back to it. Getting back to the schedule, the rut. hopefully I can make a bunch of these and don't get distracted by anything coming up. But I'm always gonna come close to getting distracted by that kind of stuff. Other than that, yeah, I really got to get back on the rails of making those other videos too. But this is an interaction. Now, I don't know if you've seen the other videos, but there's an interaction coming up here that's going to be interesting. And I remember having different thoughts about it. So I played it the first time. I had the initial thoughts, like while I was playing, that would be the decisions that I was making while I was playing. And then I did the voiceover, what I'm doing right now, for the previous save, that I had different thoughts. Now, right now, I have different thoughts as to how I'm gonna go, which is crazy.
It's not safe.
I keep changing how I want to go about doing this.
Run. Do not stop until you feel sunlight and fresh air.
I hate that it got Lae'zel. I didn't have Lae'zel selected, but it selected Lae'zel for me. I don't like that. Yeah, yep, here I am. And I know
Orin the Red.
who this is, right?
She tormented me with blades and hot irons. I resisted, but then she forced me to drink a foul broth.
Yeah, I've heard this all before.
The rabid, cursed blood of all manner of beasts. I lost control. I felt the bear take over, blood crazed. And she forced me into a cage, along with children taken from the streets.
That's terrible, man.
I was powerless to stop myself.
Like,
Their screams, her laughter, it's all I can hear. I do not deserve to see the sun again.
like this is... I knew that this was her
She's
the
too
first
strong.
time I did this too.
You have to turn around.
But I didn't have the confidence that it was for sure her.
Let me buy you some time. She's coming for you.
But now I do. Now I know that I'm speaking with Orin.
Then you are an even dumber beast than your druid friend.
I wonder what would happen if I had Halsin in my party. Would she still take Halsin? That'll be something I have to test on future playthroughs.
Look at it, crawling and
And well,
sniffing
I
and
guess
moving
there would be a
around
different
and
story because that is a
thinking,
druid-specific story.
"This is my netherstone you seek, little piggy."
No, I didn't even know you were going to be down here.
Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you. And
I didn't catch that before.
pet.
That she's like, "You're coming to my lair," and I'm like, "I am." You know,
Nothing.
like, oh really?
No, not a
Oh
thing.
sure, yeah.
Still gasping and gagging on the foul
Oh, I didn't
airs
know.
of Baal's temple.
I really wanted to attack her though. I really wanted to just swing on her. 'Cause I feel like I could take
His
her.
kind die too easily. The murder lord demands a better
Yeah, because
offering.
Ketherick kind of sucked.
Something new, sticky, sweet.
J.K.
and
Simmons did too good of a job with the
delicious.
role for him to not hold up like that. I took him to town, man. I tore him up. So does everybody else. I'm afraid he'll have to wait his turn. I love that line so much I did it twice.
You are dull, a blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do.
You'll tell me what to do? I don't like these options, but enough of the riddles speak plainly is fine.
Tyrant's tongue. Hmm?
No. I prefer you to just, like, speak what you mean.
Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Carsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I needed to hear.
Me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath, never to hang him from the hooks.
Should have read the contract, bro.
Father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the Netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
Netherstone for Halsin. That's the trade. See, the first time I didn't even question it. I was like, oh, I kind of want to do that, but I kind of want to save Halsin. But now, knowing what the Netherstone represents, he ain't worth it, man. It's a Netherstone. There are 2 Netherstones. Like, I will have 2 Netherstones and she'll have the 3rd. If I do this.
What happens to those who defy
There's a power play that she'll get all 3. Potentially. I mean, I could get all 3 as well. These are both situations where I could get all 3, but
the Netherstones and the chance to control the crown alone.
If I get the other Netherstone,
Gortash, refuse and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
that's fine. They could come at me all they'd like. Deck them all out. They are so weak. But I know I said this one, so I'll keep going this one. I don't want to trigger any like different interactions for something so big like this. This is what I decided to do. This is what I'm gonna do.
But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city.
I feel like if I had 2 Netherstones,
Pestering inadequate. Thinks me a flesher. Butchering
you know,
and cleaving only to whip
I'd have more power.
towards
But I
his
guess I
thin
don't. I
ends
have a
of
Netherstone and it doesn't do anything.
You
I slot that in one of my like. Is it just used for
like a pig
the brain?
with a spit.
For the Elder Brain?
Only then will you be sweet and
I have no
sharp,
idea.
ready for the Murder Lord's purpose.
But I'm not gonna serve the Murder Lord. Like, that's not me. That ain't me, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're saying. You know, that I could be the chosen one, but nah, man. I like to guide my own path.
No, I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer.
Kind of seems like you need me to do this.
Age approaches, and you could be
That's why you got Halsin.
an idol
To force me to do this.
made to welcome his bleeding dawn.
Like, Halsin's probably gonna die
There's
anyways.
time for you yet.
Okay, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I do want to save Halsin. Sort of. I don't know. I think I've moved away from doing the playthrough how I talked about doing the playthrough early on.
Seek their cradle in
I don't want to be making some crazy decisions coming up.
their skull meat.
Like,
Make them rust.
just
and
killing her outright.
then
And
you can
if she kills Halsin, she kills Halsin.
Again and again
You
and
know.
again.
Or
Listen close, bone killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull.
if you even know I'm there before.
Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
She didn't tell me about the about Gortash's guys, did she? Or was that not in this conversation? I thought she did. I don't know. Well, that's all we got for this episode. Glad to be back. Happy to be back. Thank you very much for tuning in for this one. And Catch you in the next one.